Friends, we are discussing about assumptions of modern theory on international trade. In previous video, I have discussed these three important assumptions. And in this video, we shall continue explanation on assumptions. Fourth one is constant returns to scale for both the commodities. Fifth one is production functions are such that these two commodities can be separated by factor intensity as labor intensive or capital intensive good. Now, sixth one, there is a typo here, there is a typing error. This should be read as sixth important assumption, that is no transport cost and no trade restrictions. So these six important assumptions upon which the modern theory is based. After studying or knowing these assumptions of modern theory on international trade, we shall go towards the next part of the theory, that is explanation of the theory. In other words, this is the statement of the theory, this is the theme of the theory, this is the summary of the modern theory of international trade. According to Hickscher and Olian, the trade takes place due to differences in prices. International trade takes place because of differences in prices. Prices differ due to cost of production. This is very simple logic. Prices differ due to cost of production. And according to them, cost of production differs due to factor endowment. If you can recollect or if you can remember these three important points, it means you have understood the entire theory of entire modern theory on international trade. The first one is international trade takes place due to differences in prices. Second one, prices differ due to cost of production. And third one is cost of production differs due to factor endowment. Now this word factor endowment sounds to be too new to you people. We need to understand the meaning of factor endowment. In next slide, I have tried to explain the meaning of factor endowment. Look at this. Factor endowment is the amount of land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship that a country possesses. That is factor endowment. In other words, factor endowment is nothing but the factors of productions possessed by a country. For example, India. If we look at the possession of factors of productions in India, we find we are having more laborers than capital. If you look at America, UK, what do you find there? They are having more amount of capital than labor. So here I am giving example of countries having amount of factors of production, and that itself is nothing but factor endowment. Factor endowment is the amount of factors of productions that a country possesses. India is an example of labor rich nation. America is an example of capital rich nation. So this itself is factor endowment, and according to modern economists, it is factor endowment